Hello, fellow architects, and welcome to the stream. We're doing a new run. Oh, let me get, there you go, focus on that. We're doing a new run in Dark Souls 3.
Yes, indeed.
A reference, or not a reference, but an homage to a good friend of the channel, or a longtime viewer, Marshall. This one's for you. His favorite build, I asked him, was the Spellblade. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Just as an homage to him. Spellblade. Let's see. Marsh? This is how again. Marsh doesn't. Furio. Sure. So I'm gonna take this coat off. So we're doing Spellblade now. If you want to do, we're gonna talk about Spellblade. If you're wanting to build to make a Spellblade for the Soul series, you can't do better than Dark Souls 3. Because they give you it's probably the most robust in terms of options in Dark Souls 3. I'll be talking more about that in a moment. But suffice to say, right now we're gonna probably Grave Tender is good because you start with the Heretic Staff. And I actually start with an elemental weapon as well. Again, with a magic sword. I say we start with that actually. On my branch. Usual. Okay. So, here's the way it works. In Dark Souls 3, not only is the class of Spellblade supported, probably the best out of all the entire series, but there's even subclasses of sort of variants of the Spellblade. So you can either be a Spellblade where you apply, let's get rid of this. Where you apply damage, like elemental buffs to a weapon, and do things that way. Yeah, starting with Dark Edge. All right, nice. Like, you know, your traditional, more like the traditional Spellblade. There's also like two other variants. There's more like the ones I'm doing right now, which is like you actually like create blades like out of magic. And it's sort of like a Battlemage type idea, and there's a lot of support for this kind of build in Dark Souls 3. And then the third type is sort of like the Trickster, which is more like the roguish Spellblade, which uses more like resins and other items to buff their weapons. There's more support for that in this game as well. So you have weapons that can be, there's resin, which buffs your weapon with fire or whatever element, and then there's also something called bundles. Bundles are like quick things that you just like. They don't last very long. They last like 5-6 seconds, but they're instantaneously applied to your weapon like right away. So you can actually do it in the middle of a combo, and just keep going. You can't attack with Dark Edge. Okay. Yeah. So when it comes to Spellblades, it's very similar to what I was talking about earlier. Our last run, I was talking about how You know, the long sword, the broadsword, and the short sword are very similar, but kind of different. If you really want to go middle of the road, like want to go Spellblade, I really suggest the ooh, good. I suggest going with the long sword. It's definitely got a lot of potential for this kind of. Got some good range here. Oh, I'm out of mana. Oops. Roll to the left. Roll to the left. Roll to the right. Whoa, what the? Weird. Oop. Nope. Not quite. And go to the left here. Bonk. Having some more. So yeah, this is one Spellblade, right? Battlemage. I'm gonna try and like do. I'm gonna try to do all three. Just to, because I wasn't sure what exact type of Spellblade Marshall like prefers overall. So I'm gonna kind of try to do a little bit of everything. I'll be putting resin on things. I'll be using the spells. But yeah, the longsword, broadsword, and shortsword are all good candidates for Spellblade weapons. Because they're not great weapons. They don't have a lot of advantages, but also don't have a lot of different disadvantages, and they also what's this doing on my bar? Get out of here. They also don't. Oh. They also don't have disadvantages, and they work very well. That's one of the advantages of them, is that they work pretty well with resins and things like that. So you can do that. There's also probably a few weapons that are good options for Spellblades if you're looking for elemental damage. So like, there's also that sort of subcategory. Like, do you want to do elemental damage, or do you want to do like status effect damage? Two sort of variants therein. So yeah, we have a few options here. I'm gonna cheese Sword Master real quick. Yep. I'm glad that they didn't patch that. Alright, yeah. So I'm sticking with the Heretic Staff. I wanted to start with this because the Heretic Staff actually, let me think now. I think it might have the longest range. Actually, what happens is the end of the staff here is what determines how long the reach is. So if you have you're using a staff to cast Dark Edge here, and you're using one that has a longer end, it actually has longer range. So there's that. I think we're just gonna stick to equipping the Champions Pact here. So there's not really a pack that's really designed for this build. I guess we're gonna just go for. I'm trying to think of what accessories we'll want to allow for the run. I'm assuming we'll probably just go with like plus stat rings maybe. And I want to see about greatsword. There's a weapon in here. Baron's Tracers. Yeah, Dace's enchanted swords would be pretty good for Spellblade, as like fire and magic on them are there. But I think there's a pole. What's it called? A battle staff has different elements on it as well. Lead is great scythe. call it the phosphorescent pole or something. Phosphorus pole. These are casting implements. Shields. Okay, well, we can stick with yeah. See, like, this is an example, right? So the Holy Moonlight Greatsword, and then also the Moonlight Greatsword, Moonlight Sword. Those are all good, like, Battlemage type spellblades. Like, if you're like more magey than, if you're like 50-50 spellblade, then you want to go for like applying resonance to your weapon. Whereas if you're like an 80-20 spellblade, like an 80 mage 20 warrior spellblade, then you really emphasizing the mage more, then you have those options for you. So there's a lot to choose from in Dark Souls, especially Cinder's mod Dark Souls. So I'm gonna try to do all three. Doing that though is gonna be a little taxing, I think, on my stat spread. And but I'm gonna probably make a rule about equipping using items or weapons with different elemental qualities. One that had like all elements on it. Here. 50 fire without any scaling there. Fire. Oh, where was it? There it is. Oh, it's a pike. It's not a. Aha. Okay, so I want this. 30 Ostones. Long rod and laid with a blue jewel emits phosphorescent light. Phosphorescent pole. But it's a pike, not a battle staff. And then it's got. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I think we're gonna work toward getting this. Has all the elements, so it's like that's gonna be all-rounder spellblade weapon right there. To me, we're probably gonna be able to resin that and stuff. And the long sword, broadsword, short sword options are also on the table as well. Those are gonna be good for resining. Yeah, 30 Ostones for that though. It's gonna be a little while before we get that. And then it's 20k to get this, the tower key. You know what we could do is, the thing is doing like a battle mage. Like battle mage is already like a hybrid class. Well, not so much battle mage, but Spellblade definitely is a hybrid class. Spellblade is about applying like using magic to imbue your weapon with magic and with magical elements and stuff like that. Whereas like a Trickster is more about using items to do it. So the spread's already thin. And then if we're gonna cover all of the Spellblade elements, you're gonna be even further spread even thinner. So we're going to intelligence is probably gonna be our main stat for you need strength and vitality. 10. Me. Go with that. And then, play a nightmare and see if we can do this. Oh, I should, first of all, I should place the coiled sword. This will give us, if we manage to beat Gundyr again here, we could, get ourselves some early souls, and that'll help. Because we're gonna have to dedicate a little more time to getting more souls to get some extra levels to really work on the build. But we're no longer War Master, so we don't have to kill what we see anymore. Just run around. The rest of the bonfire. I forgot to do that. I don't think it matters though, because like at this level, I'll just get killed. I will get one shot by pretty much anything, I think. But I'm hoping that Udex will be nice and. Oh boy. I don't know about this damage. I think we need to come back to this. It's luckily it doesn't cost too much stamina to cast. I was lucky that he was aiming over my head there. Yeah, we can keep trying here. Oh, I'm out of mana. I should have need to brought a short sword or something, or like a short sword, long sword would have been good. What I need is a little more FP regeneration, so we'll probably go and get something like that, some FP regeneration set of armor. Forgot just how much HP the nightmare versions have. Gonna that's gonna take a little too long, I think. Let's not do that right now. We have that option though available to us. I don't usually. Someone's saying in chat about talking about New Game Plus. I don't usually do New Game Plus, which is funny because I used to like absolutely adore New Game Plus. When I was a younger person. Now I kind of like starting the game fresh every time. Swear by playing it like that. And it's on this side. There it is. So it's 10, 10, 10, 10. Oh, that's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get more strength upgrade anyway. That'll be an interesting weapon to check out. Let's get a backup weapon. We also need to buy some resin. How much? I don't have any souls, though, do we? All right. Fine, we'll just go with this for now. We'll run through high wall and try to get to the next bonfire in front of Vort. will get us to, well, we get to the bonfire and we can beat the pursuer. If we beat the pursuer, we get a big chunk of souls there. And yeah. So this is gonna be a pretty good run. I think it's gonna be a little hard to do everything all at once. I definitely wanted to do a run for a while that involved using the resins. I never use the resins. A lot of the builds that I used that I make don't really allow for them. But Trickster would be great for, especially designed for using resins and stuff. Part of me is still being like, oh, I shouldn't. Yeah, I just remember I need to go back and get the Estus Flash Shard, the Estus Shard. Yeah, the interesting thing about it is the resins. I want to use the bundles and the resins for a while now. The bundles are cool, and they're only in Dark Souls 3. This is kind of what I mean when I say Dark Souls 3 is the best in the series if you wanted to be a Spellblade, because there's more support for the build, right? This is what I'm really hoping for Elden Ring. They'll just put everything in from this game and put it in Elden Ring, or from like the previous Souls game and put it all in Elden Ring plus a few extras, right? Because there's a number of classes, like class ideas, that are in these games that people just don't think about. Like there is like a Beastmaster class. In the form of using rapport on certain enemies to make them like fight for you, right? So there's like you can charm enemies. Charm is a thing in this game, and most people don't even know about that, because most people don't use the rapport spell at all. But I have used it a little bit just to kind of test how it works, and it's interesting. It has some potential. But really, it could be fleshed out more, you know? Like, allow it to last a lot longer, and let it affect more enemies than it currently does. And so right now, it only affects, like, humanoid enemies. So, like, most of, like, the knights and the hollows and things like that. What? Do we wanna? I don't know if I even want to use Ashen Estus, even though this build is kind of more in magic intense. I like how in Cinders you just regenerate FP just passively. That's a much better system than the system with the Ashen Estus flask, I think. Then it's, I don't know. I'm not sure why. It just feels like it's like a better system. You don't lose any of your healing, and you actually get to play as a mage. You know, there's a lot more mage support in Cinders. Oh, one shot. Anything else? Anyone else? All right. See if we can just run through here. Oh, hey, you know what's in here? Arcane trinket. That'll actually be good. Oh, nice. Yeah, getting the Arcane trinket will be good here. I can't remember which one it is, though. Is it this one here? Yeah, it's this one, and then the one on top has the engraved dagger. Pretty good range. Okay, so definitely allow the Arcane trinket. Yeah, it makes sense. I think that makes sense because kills gain maximum FP. Anything related to gaining more FP, I think it would be allowed for Spellblade. I haven't really thought about some of the gimmicks for Spellblade that I would allow for the run too much. I think that would be one of the main things that would be good about them. Maybe that and like casting time. Maybe I'll do something like that, like FP/casting time improvements. Because that's kind of how like Red Mage worked. Red Mage is like the Spellblade in FF11, and they kind of had fast cast and ways to gain FP. Nice. I figured there'd be that stab coming. Get backing up. Right, so this is good. The Dark Wraith set in this game. Someone in the chat's been talking about the Dark Wraiths. Dark Wraith set in this game. I think Incenders gives you HP back on defeated enemies. Same effect as the Vile Blood set. This is the ow. You mind? Right. Here. There's the broadsword in the next room. Yep. Just gonna space this out. R1 to win. Looking for that sweet R2, or sweet two-handed attack that he was gonna go and do. I think there are other like a handful of like spells that are sword-like abilities. So I need to save. What we need to do is also save Carla as soon as possible, and also get some tomes. And for those spells. Get some some spells from what's his name now? Orbeck. Good. The rapier, I don't need that. Down Ember, that's good. So weird. It feels so weird to not have to kill everything I see now. Get rid of this. Still the Lucerne. Hopefully, wait, let's also beat up morale here. We're in there. There's. Yep, keeps trying to. This takes half damage when he's doing the stomp animation. Okay. That's not bad damage. Come on. Come on. Da, 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 da. Yep, but did it, but just go ahead, stomp around. Yeah, if you miss, someone's in the chat talking about unique runs, if you miss a run, I upload those onto my YouTube channel. I very much enjoy these runs, and I like to have them recorded somewhere. I even did that Swordmaster run, or I started doing it. I did it once, and then I was like, I want to do that run again because it felt like kind of cheat, kind of like unsatisfying. So I did that Swordmaster run in Chrono Cross, even though I already forgot he regenerates. Might actually need to go back to and get Estus. Ashen Estus to apply pressure. The only things about him is he regenerates his health, so he's actually healing right now. Hey, dude, chill out.
What?
Estus. Let's go 3. Yeah, so I even did the Swordmaster run because I was like, I did that one ages ago as a teenager, and I just never, this is before I even just thought about streaming or anything like that. I just did it for fun on my own, and I was like, I'll go ahead and do it again for the stream. Why not? I did it. I played through the game again. Stream. And I just, I played through as Swordmaster, like, with the restrictions and everything. And I just didn't feel like a complete clean run, because I kind of did it in New Game Plus. It's like a lot of the bosses were very easy, and it didn't start from scratch like I usually do. Okay. Good. Oh, that was perfect timing there. Heals for quite a bit, the Ashen Estus flask. Nice. That was a good finish, too. 11K. Alright. Go get Pursuer. So... Ember. Summon Lionheart. Or Lion Knight. Lost the Ember. Here's the dude who shows up at the end of the game. Alright, dude. Settle down. We want him to help me with Pursuer. Oh. Out of the way. Okay. Nice. Pink. Nice. Alright. Uncle Soul's there. An eye ring. We'll get him. Two shots. Alright, 2 shots good. Okay. Well, let's use this while we have the firepower here. Beat these knights, and then we'll head back to the. Fine, we got a lot of souls from Pursuer. Bonk. This guy's insane. What? Well, he is using the great axe. Beat this Red Eye Knight as well. You know how to sneak? Eye Knight. Shh. Eye Knight. Oh no! He does not know how to sneak. Blonk, blonk. Man, he's just so mad. All right, that's good. I have your youthfulness has come to an end. All right, so let's go in here. We want the long sword. We have here. We have speed resistance. Oh, we got the basic spells here. Sorcerer. And no resin yet. Pallets would be good. Tower key. Do we need the tower key? I guess if we want the transposing kiln. Yeah, we do want the tower key. I want to get old moonlight. And here, still a bunch of things, don't you? A bunch of weapons. I would say you can buy the torch, like the follower's torch. Here. With that, yeah, I would say we're gonna go for broadsword. It would be better for strength, more of a strength focus build. Short sword is better for dexterity. Yeah, longsword is the way to go, I think. Trade longsword. Wait, it's only Titanite shards, right? So I think it's 246.
Pretty be careful.
Let's go Spellblade, right? And strength to build that, which we're going to get right now. Oh.
Welcome.
Sword in one hand, staff in the other. Let's see. Out here, we got 18 levels. Could do that. 30 scaling bird. This is kind of what I'm talking about, right? Like we need really split our damage here. We're gonna get probably have three main stats. Make dexterity, intelligence. Dexterity for trickster builds as well. We're gonna need a good amount of health at some point as well.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Have the tower key now, so let's go and get the transposing kiln. And actually, up here is some gold pine resin, so we can actually get that. We can get that. Good. Need to also need to kill a few more enemies though, because I do want to get the phosphorus pole at some point. There's only one gold pine resin here. Also, the dreg heap over here. Yeah, and there's the Uchikatana. Right, I need to go in there. Give me that. Give me that. Winklies. Hey, 2 shards too. Forgot that he drops all the NPCs drop materials now. Look at this ember. Is it? Someone in chat says, "Is it bad that it takes me a few tries to get the tree skip?" I pretty much Even though I did it right the second time. This technically I did it right the first time. I jumped a little short, but like usually it takes me like a few tries to get the tree skip done. I'm not very good at glitches and skips and things. Longsword get. Need to find some resin. Spells to buff it. Means we also want some attunement. Well, I cover all the forms of Spellblade that are found in the game and try to do that. And we've seen Dark Edge spam, but I want to also show off too. Okay, this is the part. Oof, made it. That was close. Alright. There's plenty in these games I'm very bad at. You'd figure after playing these games for so long, I would just be so good at them. But I guess I don't really practice that much of being like especially good at a particular part of the game, right? Like people who do no hit runs and stuff. Yeah, I really need my Estus for heals. The thing.
Welcome home. Speak then.
Nope. What's my TNL now? 5,500. Okay. Oh, and also, I think once we get the Mortician's Ashes, get some resin.
Wasn't he?
Of course, once he wants.
Pretty be careful.
And we can go do Vort. We'll do Vort, which will take us to the settlement, which we can go there and get the Mortician's Ashes. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. So my soul level is 29. I was asking in chat.
Are you there to help? Very different. I've got the luck.
Good day. Good day, chat. Fellow architects. Zoom. So, be equipping a resin I found. We are doing Trickster as well. Nice. Da 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 da. 1, 2. Oh. There you go. Early game boss. I got so many souls from the pursuer that I got like half a level worth from Vort. Vort. Sellsword Twin Blades, yeah. Like I said last stream, also known as the Sellsword Wind Blades. Let's see, we also want to go, so many like paths. Like, usually for every build you have a path that you should kind of path out and like route out to most efficiently get your build going. But because we're kind of going all different directions this time around, trying to decide what to do. Like, we can also go, I guess we can go to Baron Keep next. We can get Orbeck to come with us. Ondor Tincture. Have Joel, who I never actually do anything with anymore. The few, I mean, honestly, you have to talk to him and do his whole deal to get Uria to spawn, but she has a few things that you might like, might be useful. Yeah, I want to do that. I think she has anything that I want though. I think. Oh. Not moving a second. Yep. Twinkling. I don't know if I need twinkling or not, but I'm gonna go for it. The Rest Shield. Fire in it. Physical and fire. Probably be rebalanced a little bit to do a little less fire damage, I think. Yeah, here, yep. Some great swords over there, we don't need that. Okay. Run through there. Just a slip of the slip of the finger button finger. Okay. Oh, there's a chest over here. I think I saw a chest before. Where? Nice. That's more of a it was a camera kill right there. Oh, I think, whoa, something's wrong with the graphics, sir. Why does it look so weird here? Everything looks off. I can't really explain it. It's like, everything looks shiny. Like it's all wet or something. That's weird. Oh, there's a thief guy. Oh, look at that thunk. That's a crit right there. Good job, Mimic. You got me. Kick. A rough spot to fight a Mimic. Down here. Oh, good. Good. Yeah. I knew that was gonna happen. Crumbs. Oh, that's a shiny land. So there. Welcome to Tar World. Tar Vision. Nope, yeah, this guy. Dark Souls. Someone says in chat, Dark Souls, in short, stab the butt. Yeah, it's a lot of circle strafing, which is I'm okay with. It's not just that, but it is certainly a portion of the game that. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna go, I guess, hit the bonfire. That should be a longer trip. Guess it's de-aggroed. I never saw the mimic here before. That's why I'm so dead set on killing him, because I want to see what he has. Where is he? There anymore? He fall somewhere, and then went back into chest form. Wait. Even quit. Even quit usually resets things and. Yeah. Ugh. Fighting here is so bad. The terrain is not good for fighting this enemy here. Oof. Yep. Oh, penetrating sword. From the penetrator and from Demon Souls. As the name states, its thrusts are especially powerful. Whether it's a regular size or for a straight sword, it requires a great strength and technique to 18 charisma or 18 charisma, 18 dexterity. Interesting. So it's a weapon that has extra powerful thrusts. That's really cool. Oops, no. Nice. It's like a Sword Reaper combo. Cool. Definitely not for our build though. But that is a cool weapon. Right. One resin left. We want to fight Stray Demon now. And 57. What's this do? 8 ones. 2 R1s. This is another bad spot to be fighting him. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Watch the tail. There you go. That's what I want. Good. There you go. This fight's all about him doing what you want. Oh. Bonk. Take it off. Back it in. Let me begin. Yep. Ooh, ooh. Eee. Ooh. What gem? Gems. Yeah, what should we do with infusions? We'll do a... Oh. Do a fire infusion. Whee! Oh, it's a message. That's death. That'll be death. Okay, so we can go get Orbeck now. And we can also... Like, once we get Orbeck, we can go back and get the ashes. A bunch of different ashes. Oh, here's the Hunter's Ring. Yes. +5 dexterity. Give you weapon stamina or like weapon stamina consumption. Sell resins. Is yeah, weapon stamina consumption. Ashes here. I think this will be good. It was Dragon Chaser Ashes. We'll keep fighting some more enemies. Get some easy enemies to get some more Awe Stones. HP is really something right now. Oh, still one shot. That's good. Not kill what you see. No longer War Master. Large Titanite Shard. Prison Gem. Alright. Might as well flag this while we're here. Run upward. Forward. De-aggro? What the heck? Never happens. Okay. Oh, no, there he is. Wait, what? Turn around. Oh, there we go. He was close by. Ah, this is another good spot for more easy souls. Oh gosh! Look out! Here, a few spots, right? There's the pursuer in the beginning in Lothric, and then this spot. Great place to cheese for some extra souls. Need a lot more HP, I think, but Establisher. Oh, hello. Hey. I love this cheese so much. Nice. That's 32k. And then there's these two. And there's an undead bone shard right there too, so. Chink. Hey, yeah, I know you were eager. Nice. Treasure waiting there for it down there for me. The bone shard. Which is in vanilla is like some random item that isn't that notable. So. Ah, Lord Titanite shards. That's right. And the dark sword. Nice. Lucky drop. Okay, so we're gonna use Dragon Chaser Ashes and see, or Dream Chaser's Ashes. See what she does for us. Aha! Oh, she only sells 3 and 6 though. Not infinite amounts. Alright, well, definitely want these, and we want these. She says infinite rotten pine resin. Maybe we'll want to do that. 5 of these.
Ashen 1.
Just what?
5 Titanite shards.
Pretty be careful.
Ashen 1.
Oh, and let's level up.
Welcome. Very then.
Hmm. Twenty.
Farewell, Ashen One.
And Tools. Sorry, Soul.
Welcome. Very then.
Oh.
Farewell, Ashen One.
And we have 1 Awstone. Oh, and yeah, Bone Shard. That's right. Up from Fair and Keep. State Crystal Sage to Cathedral, the Deep. Cathedral might be a good idea. Can get really access to a bunch of the Sage's Ring. It's fast cast. Oh, did not stagger there. Guess we're gonna go ahead and just run here and suicide. Get this. Oh, they fight each other. Nice. Oh, that's good. That's real good. He'll just fight whatever. He'll fight me. He'll fight that guy. Nice. Cool. That's good. That's good to know. Those guys just fight whoever they. I actually didn't know that they're designed to just fight whoever. There's an item over there. Crab's gonna go burrow away. And he was like, "You can't reach me." Right. Crab, what are you doing? All right. Well. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Shard right here. Right there. I think one more shard down here. Nope. Here, get this bonfire. Wind Spears is out here. Forlorn guy. Oh yeah, and Onion Knight. Well, I think he's worth like 20k. Not a small amount, but very beefy. Okay. Oh! What? 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 How did he die? What happened? Awesome. What can I say? It's just a plan just comes together, right? Right, Orbeck, give me.
How intriguing. Very well. Our what champion clearly so you that in it will fit well. Very high we will.
Oh, it's so satisfying. Breaking those crates and the shells full of scrolls. What could have possibly killed him? Like, very little health left. Take advantage of the losing out. Oh, the straggler. Finish off the straggler. Whoever the winner of that bout. That's what I want. What I came here for. Ow. Come here. $52. Nice. Oh no! Don't out of bounds me. Okay. Wait, who are they fighting? Who's this guy fighting? Come on. Get that back. There you go. I framed. Weird. They're just kind of attacking random things. Well, gem. Okay. Why? That's a pretty good way to get some souls, eh? If we go back to the bonfire, you know, again. 8K. 2 all stones. Right. That's fine. It's right here. Germ. Yeah, we're back. One of the reasons why we came. And then we need need scrolls for him. Do you have any spells for us right now? Maybe Fair and Flash Sword? Gold Great Sword, Fair and Flash Sword, and Magic Weapon. Whoa. Focus. HP gain FP immediately. Number of things here I want. 25 intelligence. Maybe soul focus at some point, but not right away. Now we're gonna need more human slots.
Well, very then.
2.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Spell this. Flash Sword. Magic Weapon. That's that there's the spell for yeah. The spell for traditional Spellblade right there. Hey, Marshall. Nice to see ya. So yes, I have started the run. In your honor. I've just been just prepping for stuff, running everywhere, getting all this the weapons I need. Just unlocked magic weapon, so there's that. And I couldn't decide what kind of Spellblade exactly that I wanted to do. Because in Dark Souls 3, there are actually some variations of Spellblade. I was explaining this to the chat earlier. There's 3 sort of major variants of Spellblade. So there's the one where I was just imbuing one weapon with magic temporarily. There you go. But there's also more like a Battlemage where you actually create blades of magic like that. Which is what the staff is for. And then there's the third type, which is using items to imbue your weapon with elements. So using the rotten pine resin and using it like that. This is the usage of items is very much more focused on the sort of like more of a roguish type of thing, because the bundles are especially good for that, because I only have so many of them, so I can't really show this off too much, but I'm going to show it off just once, right? So you can swing. And normally, as you saw, the animation for it was you put your weapon up and you code it, all right? But when you use a bundle, this is something that's only in Dark Souls 3. This is why Dark Souls 3 is probably the best in the series if you want to do a Spellblade run. So the bundle will actually apply it quickly, so you can actually do it mid-swing. So if you do swing, swing, see? That fits the roguish archetype of a rogue / Spellblade, right? Lasts a much shorter time than the resins do, but it's good for burst damage as well. So yeah, bundles are pretty cool, and they're a nice addition to Dark Souls 3. Yeah, I couldn't decide I couldn't determine what type of Spellblade exactly you usually like. So what I decided to do is just kind of do them all, and that's gonna be a very spread out stat spread. But I'm hoping that I can do it. I'm gonna try to get a few more souls than usual, just so I can have more more options, because I'm going for, it's part of the challenge, yeah. I'm gonna go for more spreading out my stats to allow for usage of items, as well as imbuing my weapons with all sorts of elements. Yeah, the stat spread is gonna be an issue this run, and also being able to cast all of our magey spells, or magey spellblade type spells, will take up more resources as well. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna defeat Nightmare Gundyr. I'm gonna try to beat him at least with some. I want some the souls he'll provide us, and he's probably the easiest boss in the game to do this with. He is extremely tanky, even because he's nightmare mode. So every boss in Cinders has a nightmare difficulty that you can. 22. 143 from Dark Edge. Hopefully this will be worth doing. It also will probably one-shot me with almost anything. It's often it's worth doing though, because you get some decent rewards, decent amount of souls, and you'll also get shards of ascension, which is a Cinders mod only item that when you're near end game you can ascend your weapon to be like just an improved version of the default, so you can have like an ascended plus 10 and it just be a better weapon overall. Woohoo! That was very close. I had no stamina. Alright, well this is whoop! It's usually, I mean, it can be worth fighting all the nightmare versions. I'd say the from my experience, the two highest, and it's 93. The two highest, like most worthwhile to defeat enemies or bosses in their nightmare mode is Udex Gundyr and Yorm. They're the most manageable and easiest to deal with, and they drop like a good amount of souls and shards. So if you're farming for ascension, they're good to go for. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Phase 2. Alright. Let's just not die here. This is bad. Oof. It's a bad spot to do that. You know, Udex's moveset is pretty easy to read, so that's why I prefer to fight him, right? Oh, not a one-shot. I usually over-crick there. They really got this dark flesh stuff. Yeah, it's like corruption, I guess. My stamina there. Just safety heal, even though it's an overheal. It does look kind of funny. Kind of looks like a Muppet a little bit to me. That's it. Get too greedy on the hits here. Roll forward to his right. There. Yep. How much? So that'll give us 5 shards of ascension, and how many souls? And ember, because we're unembered. All right, so 27k. So it's not like that's not too much at this point, but it's a few levels. Kind of felt like it was an idea that never really got fleshed out as much as then I get it, as much as they wanted it to be. Yeah, I guess I can see that. I have this idea about like corrupting. That's 25. Corrupting like
Farewell,
black
Ashen.
stuff. Yeah. Okay. So next on our trip to collect for the build, we're gonna need the ashes here, the Mortician's ashes. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Been going good so far. Yeah, I mean, the only enemies that are affected by this are the first boss and enemy in the first area, and then like 2 enemies in the final area. Yeah, there are a couple enemies, the hollows that are infested with them. There's also like that's one thing that was maybe like kind of underdeveloped, but I also think that. But there's also another. Oh. Did she kill that guy? Whoops, wrong button. Wrong spell. I was like, that was 5 Estus. I'll shard though. That's good. There were also the, oh yeah, there's also the dragons as well. But another underdeveloped thing right here are these like, see him in this room. These like tree, like these guys. These guys in the chairs, these like tree dudes. What's the deal with these guys? This has never become a thing in the game. You see these guys and you're like, what the heck happened here, right? You kind of like, you're given like a foreshadow of something, right? But then I think it really comes of this. So I know it might have something to do with the Crush by Great One, probably. I think I might be dead here. Because not doing enough damage, just the blade alone. There you go. Yeah, that's a one shot with the blade imbued. Also have some other source of healing. I don't think I have. The guy on the roof here. I can't really get to the bonfire like this because I'll die if I try to go down there and get it. There's a guy on the roof here who has to drop down. If you go over here, get the item. Right? Get this Caduceus round shield. Okay, I guess you just don't care. Take the risk. Oh gosh. Okay. HP check. 17. Well, that worked out pretty well. Let's see. Let's go back this way and go into the... Nice. Oh, wait, the guy is here. The guy is here. What's his name? Eccentric Archibald is here. E7. Used to resist, What the? What? Okay. Oh, another good finish. There's the Tonitrus from Bloodborne. And speaking of that, here's also the cartwheel from... it's the reference to the Ligarius wheel. Strength. It's a great shield that you can spin. It's got the Wheel of Fate thing. We're not doing anything or any sort of tanking right now. Playing Bloodborne with a friend, I didn't feel safe until I had the Holy Blade. Yeah, that's a very common weapon. Yeah, people will go for the Holy Blade a lot. It's usually people's go-to weapons like the Hunter Axe to start, and then they go and get the Ludwig Holy Blade. Get out of here. Which is not a bad weapon at all. It's a very... Been doing Hunter Axe, yeah. Whoops. Ashen. I can't remember where a great magic weapon is. Let's see. Well, yep. Got a bit of a combo going. I like this. Feeling good. Been to win Hunter Axe, yeah. People underestimate some of the features of each of the weapons too. Even though Bloodborne does not have as much. Oh, nice charcoal pine bundle. Even though you know, there's less weapon and build diversity in Bloodborne, the builds that are in the game are pretty nice. You know, the Hunter Axe does have that spin to win. It has the spin to win has a good chance to inflict knockback on a lot of opponents, knockback and knockdown. So that's pretty good. I'll tell you a bit here. I promised my friends I'd play some Civ 5 with them tonight. Oh, cool, man. You know, I appreciate you just coming out for a bit, man. You know, you don't owe me anything, but I just appreciate you stopping by. Good luck with the Civ 5, man. Let's deal with Hodrick the way we usually do. Would probably involve cheesing him. Get out of here. We're gonna go on and do here. I mean, of course, it's always nice to relax and watch a stream. Yeah, man. Thank you. What? Something died. What died? What? Huh? What? Aye, dude. See, that's why I cheese this guy. How much health he has. Let's go. Yeah, Hunter Axe is also a good weapon to choose if you're wanting to like tank, even though you're just not really tanking per se, right? In Bloodborne, it has the highest. Oh, thanks for the assist there, guy. Has the highest rally potential. Which means. There you go. Clean. That was clean. My friends also stream. We're all part of a small streamer community, and they even got my stream to stream one time, even though it was a bit of a train wreck. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but that's cool, man. Yeah, everyone's part of the. It's good to be part of a community. That certainly helps to get your stream out there. That's why I joined Pixel Hearts. Alright, so over here is the Mortician's Ashes. At this time... Ooh, Allstone. Three. Oh. Let's see. I mainly used the Hunter Axe till I got my sweet sword. It's a very cool weapon. Yeah. You know, it's better than a sword. A sword that goes into a bigger sword. A swordception sword. We go with Great Wood right now. Exactly. Go back home, I guess. Still have got an Estus. I wonder if we could go after. We could probably go after the demon and get the undead bone shard there. Also, we need to come back and get the Estus shard that's in the grave area. Oof. Yep. Very good. Yes, just save and quit there. Quitting resets enemies, and if you're opening a door when you save and quit, door will already be open, so it's just easier this way. Yeah, this mod changes the shard locations as well. So I have memorized a few locations where they could be. There you go. Go away. Shard locations, bone shard locations, and a number of items as well to make the game more non-linear. So the Grand Archives key is no longer found on the body of Goddard, because normally the Goddard's body only spawns when you've defeated all the other Lords of Cinder. That way, it's like you cannot go to the Grand Archives until you've beaten at least 3 of the Lords of Cinder.
Well, it's too late now.
Oh.
I seek word of the Knights of Katarina. Fight by
But in the Cinders mod, you can actually go there as soon as you want, because you have to beat Dancer to get to that section. Nice. Love me the Onion Boy. I know, he's the best. Worth.
That was quite a
But the performance.
but you mustn't
Get
get
it
in
over your head.
We
Unkindled must put our duties first.
But for your valor,
My sword and our victory together. Long may the sun shine. Well,
well,
I'm going to
I'm
have
going
myself
to
a
have
little nap.
myself a little nap. The only thing to do.
Give me that sleep. There you go. Right here, over here. Where's it up here? Oh, it's right here. Right in the chest, right here. Is the skull ring. I really hope there's a number of like cute, like charming characters, like because like Onion Bro is a good guy. Head now, have a good stream. I'll catch you in the next one. All right, man. Thanks for coming by. Good luck in Civ. Let me know how it goes. But yeah, I really hope there are a number of like cute, charming characters in Elden Ring. Even though cute is kind of a weird word to use, there's something about like Siegward or Siegmeyer or Sieglund is also a cute character. You don't really hear too much about. Solaire, you know, there's a number of like sort of charming characters that you know, it's not entirely bleak, even though it is mostly bleak. Dark Souls is. I've said this before. I really think that it would be interesting to see. There's some resin, so that's why I wanted that chest. Be interesting to see what From Software could do in making a Souls-like, but one that isn't so dark. Like, what could they do? I think they'd still be good at it, but I always wonder what they like. What would I don't know? What would a Kirby game look like as a Souls-like? Wouldn't that be interesting? It would. Like, could you make a game that had a more lighthearted feel and make it a Souls-like? Because so many Souls-likes don't have that at all. Very like, I don't think there has been any. There's been like a more lighthearted, sort of cartoonish feeling Souls-like. I think that would be an interesting thing to see. Sage's Ring. Good. Pine resin. Now let me see about the Mira stuff. Stamina recovery. Anything? Hasten spell casting. This is really more for like a fencer fashion. Doesn't fit at all. But I'll go with it. All right, that's what I wanted to hear. Try and bonfire time and go back. We also need more attunement to equip all of our spells.
Well, very then.
See here.
Farewell, Ashen One.
We need probably 4 slots. Right? Because we need Dark Edge, Magic Weapon. We have Farron Greatsword and Soul Greatsword. Farron Blast Sword and Soul Greatsword.
Well, then.
20 will get us 3 slots. Well, 18 actually is what gives us 3 slots. For when 20 will arrive. We'll go with that.
Well, Ashen One.
And we will go with upgrading our weapon as well. We have enough Titanite shards. Of course, a long sword.
Pretty be careful.
Pretty be careful. Tune magic weapon, and we'll tune Baron Flash Sword. Okay, what's next? We're gonna get ourselves some beaten 2 bosses, 25. We can get Carla. We fast track over to Irithil Dungeon. Which would be going from Undead Settlement to Catacombs, Catacombs to Smoldering Lake, Smoldering Lake to Irithil Dungeon. You do that. It says the ice knights are the worst. Yeah, the Outrider knights, they can be a little bit tough. Yeah. After Carla rolls, you also go beat Midir. I don't know if I want to right now. I want to be able to take a hit from Midir. That, I think. Let's go and let's go save Carla. Okay. See some Fair and Flash sword action. You can see the range of that. And now we're using multiple kinds of Spellblade stuff. Didn't even hear the the arrow go off. You got knocked around there as he was dunk, dunk. We can go here. I can go through there to the catacombs, but we should do a little bit of this first. Apply this. Oh.
Bastard's curse.
Oh. job. Job tree. Okay, maybe pop that. There you go. Yep. Go on, DeBowser. Ooh. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, okay. 5K is still nothing. Boss number 3. Hunter axe. Speaking of the hunter axe. Oh, there he goes. Sorry, what's our FP regen like? That's 1. Oh, that was weird. Alright. Going to the catacombs. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Action. Hmm. This is +2s. $231. 9. Come on, do your thing. There he goes. Good stuff. Oh! Oh, bone wheel. Okay, lots of skeletons. fireworks on them better. Sheesh. Where did he come back this way? All the chaos? Nope. Skeleton Ball still doing his thing. Dark. Pine resins for... Oh, yeah, there he is. Nope. Right. I went and dealt the finishing blow on him because I wanted to get the item here, which I think is a Twinkling Titanite. Yep. Someone mentions talking about Anri. Yeah, I really, I think I did the quest for Anri like the beginning of when I first played through the games, and then ouch. And after that, I pretty much have never really done the quest lines for her because there's no any need to. We're gonna run in over here because in Cinders, the this is actually an Estus shard now, so. Come on. Yep. So that's even, you know, that's even better than the blood ring, arguably. I don't remember what these items are. Hit night shards. Nope. 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 Prism stones. Oh. Oh. Don't fall out of the world. Don't you do it. Look out. Oh. I want to see the guy fall out of the world. How could you? Dumb rat. Night Slayer, Zorig, and this invisible guy is here as well. Here to ruin our day. Bye, guy. Right, so I found out during the last run, I found out that you can actually cheese the skeletons. Here on this little bit of ledge. Yep. Him. Done then. Worth it. Shoot. Oh no! You got me, Zorig. You got me. Like, where all the skeletons go? Ouch. There you go. even better than, well, not necessarily better, but an alternate thing you can do here is, yeah, is right here. Now you're using the bridge, you can just, like, go right here, right around here. And the guys will try and attack you, they'll try and, like chase after you here, and, like, but, like, if there's too many of them, they'll all, like, get stuck, and they'll try and fly off the ledge. Like, they'll just fall off the sides. I had to do this because I had to you know, kill what you see, right? So I mean, I had to kill Sorg, I had to kill that Pyrancer dude, and I had to kill all the skeletons. So I had to figure out a way to do that all in one go. Well, I mean, ideally I had to figure it out all in one go. If I died, then that's that. But see again, because the way the scaling works in Dark Souls is so brilliantly done, because it means that even though, like, I mean, officially in like a probably like early to mid game area right now, but it doesn't really matter, because like the area is a little tougher, right? But enemies die in so few hits that you can, like, survive, still get, like, manage, and you can run away from encounters. Designed very well. Alright, well, we don't need anything else here. Anyway, there's the blood ring. We're good to just attack this. Oh, bye! What? You de-aggroed at the worst time. That's sad for him. Oh. Okay. So we could go after. We could just go do Wolmir right now. Well, I guess it gets Bonfire. It's already up in cinders. The monocular. I've never really like used the monocular or the binoculars in Dark Souls. They nerfed the monocular after Bloodborne. Yeah, what am I doing here? What am I here for again? I'm here to... Right, I'm here to get... Nice. Couldn't stand up. Feels bad, man. Ugh. All right. You also jump on the bridge and actually break it that way. My level is level 45. I've got a 20-20-25 spread so far, and that's what we're gonna be using for the run. The damage stats, which is why we have so little HP still. They're really spread out that wise. Alright, Mimic. Give us a hand. I really like turf wars and stuff when enemies fight each other. I find it super cool. Holy cow! He's getting completely wrecked! What? Whoa! Oh! Oh! Okay. I guess, okay, wow. I was expecting the Mimic to die immediately. Instead, he died immediately. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. How did I not get caught there? Why are you gonna chase me? I zoned. I'm in a different zone now. Ugh. Oof. Holy cow. This is a little spicy right now. Oh, okay, I didn't mean to do that. Yep. There's a lot going on there. Epitomized by the spell. Hey, so what? Why isn't it breaking? Alright, so as of this stream, just to date this stream, it's about 3 days before Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out, and leaks have already happened. I think since for like a day or two now, and it's all very disappointing. I really wish I could say otherwise, but it all started with the removing Pokemon from the list of available Pokemon. That was always going to be the start of the problems. And there's all the graphical glitches and all those sorts of bugs. And news about there's no GTS. There's no. It actually removed moves. I couldn't believe it when I heard about it. Like removing Pokemon's bad enough, right? But to remove moves is like unprecedented level. Like that's unprecedented. Like I guess Z move's fine, but there's still a whole like 2 handfuls of moves that got removed, like Pursuit and Return, and like a whole bunch of other Karate Chop, like some really, like just remove them. Like why would you do that? It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna get hit here. He's just hanging out. That was bad timing. Like, this is all this removed content, and like one of the things I appreciate so much about Pokemon is like how much content they constantly would bring over to the next game. You know, like I understood, like, you know, Pokemon games don't look all that amazing, and you know they could be saying to be a lot less linear and handholdy, and all that. And there's a number of features that they removed that they should bring back that they would be good for the game. But you know, before I was at least able to say, but you know what? There's so many Pokemon, and there's so many moves, and you have so much choice in your team comp. And again, that's the kind of the gimmick of the channel, of my brand, is like, that's what I'm all about. Are those builds, right? That's why you guys are the architects. That's why I call you guys the architects, because viewers and subscribers to my channel, architects, because builds is an important part of gaming for me. And so Pokemon had that in spades, man. The unprecedented levels of like freedom of choosing your team comp, right? And now it's like, what does I really can't see anything here. What does Pokemon have that like others don't have, right? It's just kind of like a one, I don't know. When it has so many other flaws that aren't being made up for in having the sheer number of Pokemon before, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, games cost more, but there's less features and less content overall. Then there are a bunch of little like quality of life things that they changed. Like they changed the experience share, and I always use experience share because it just, for me, it just works out to be less grinding. So I've never really turned off experience share, but the option to turn off experience share is an absolute, like, it's like a foregone conclusion. It's like a must. But how much of the news about Sword and Shield has been about things that should be foregone conclusions and expected to be there, not be there, you know? And I don't know about this Dynamaxing thing, but it seems to me like it's kind of a wasted potential. It could be cool if it has like a lasting impact on the game, but it doesn't. So it's not all that special, I think. Because, you know, the reason why it was so exciting when something got introduced before was because you knew that, because for like the last like 20 years, or however long it's been, like 25 years, when something got introduced into Pokemon, when it comes to the Pokemon themselves and how, you know, them evolving and their forms and all this stuff, right? Those things. Well, there's a lot more damage. Those things were like more, you know, guaranteed to affect the game long term, which is why it was so exciting when when changes were made to Pokemon, because it was like, oh man, that's gonna change things forever. You know, a new Mega got introduced. It's like, okay, this is now the new reality. Like, not just getting rid of it, but it's gonna be part of the game. Okay. Oh. Try the Dark Edge. 65. Ish. Luckily he has no poise. That actually helps to even this battle out a little bit. Wait, 2K. Go back to the shrine and level up. So I just really disappointed by that, because it just feels like it'd be so much more that could be done. Letting Pokemon just get scraps when like it should be such a big deal to have like the first mainline Pokemon game on the console. Like it's gonna be so hype. Two health. Let's go for more health.
Farewell, Ashen One.
See, Tran in. Treat.
Right. A shard? I do have a shard. And I've let Pokemon since Red and Blue, right? I've bought every, from every generation, right?
Pretty be careful.
Trade nice shards.
Good luck.
We got, aha! Oh! We sell infinite pine resin, charcoal pine resin, in bundles too. Nice. Okay. We got the mortician's ashes sooner, I guess.
Ashen One.
Which is what?
Go. +5.
Pretty be careful.
Get these. Yeah.
Ashen One.
Flip some of those. We're really knocking out 3 different builds here all at once. technically it'd be 3 different runs. What I've done with more specified, more limited options, but. But yeah, I've been a huge fan of Pokemon for so long, and it's like, for me right now, as it stands right now, last like Pokemon game for me is gonna be Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like that's the last sort of official one for me, because Sword and Shield, as cool as some of the Pokemon are, like it's only like it's like an unfinished game. Like not only in terms of the Pokemon that we have in the options, excuse me, choices of Pokemon we have, but also like in terms of gonna go ahead and redo this. Also in terms of the reload the area. On again. It's not in terms of Pokemon not being included, but also just in terms of technical issues as well. It's just unfinished game. Really disappointing. Pokemon is such a awesome series that deserves better, I think. Some of the very old games have some of the best animations too, like Battle Revolution and Stadium. Pokemon Stadium has some good animations. Oh, wrong spot. I mean, I like the idea of the raid battles and stuff. But to be a lot like, I like the idea of there being like boss monsters. I really liked what was it? The totem Pokemon in Sun and Moon. I like the idea of them. The idea of it being like a boss battle. Like there's different gimmicks to fighting them, you know? I got excited during the E3 presentation because I was like, oh, cool. So it's like, oh, look at that double kill. That back attack was awesome. Because during the E3 presentation, they were like showing off, hey, you know, if you know, as you're fighting this Steelix, right? You're fighting the Steelix. you'll find that he'll put a barrier up. This barrier will break on like with any attack. Doesn't matter how much damage you do. Like one part of the barrier will just fall away. I think is really cool. Because it means that now you're making like you're making some of the less useful skills, giving them more of a place to stand. Because it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, this spell or this ability isn't super great anymore, but it's still good if just to break barriers at least, right? Like there's like sort of a function that that's not just doing damage, you know, like, oh. You know, so it's more about like giving abilities and moves more function, right? More versatility and so I want that for my Pokemon games. Cause how interesting would it be if it was like, okay, well now we have a different reason to use other abilities aside just doing more damage, right? So that's the thing about stats effects that I really like, is it's not just doing more damage. It's like why am I having such a hard time with these guys? The status effects are a way, and like other statistics are ways to make, you know, your choices in battle matter a little more. That's like just this does more damage, so pick this one, right? That's not interesting in terms of battle choices. He is lost. There he is. The stat effects are a way, and various attributes and variables are ways to make your choices matter. So like here in this game, it's like, yeah, a weapon does damage. Weapon does more damage than the other one, but it also there's also like range to consider, or like damage types, and you know. Which Pokemon tries to do, right? That's why Pokemon has so many damage types. It's because that actually helps to round out the choices that you make, rather than just being the same game every time. It's the same solution to every problem. You want lots of different choices to make, options to make, choices to make, and then to benefit from those choices. Different ways. Like it'd be an interesting RPG to me. Like you need to have choices beyond like what color, what color spell, like what color attack do I want to use on this next enemy. Like it doesn't matter what attack I actually use, because it all does the same thing. So at that point, it doesn't really matter. Like, you're not even playing an RPG at that point, and now you're just like, you might as well just be playing on autopilot because it's no choices to make about how to build your character. Soreg be Soreg. Holy cow, his 6 does so much damage. He has a lot of HP too. Oh, it's just that attack that does a lot of damage. Oof. Hey, it's just saved me there. Be twinkling. Black Iron Great Shield. That's the 100% block fire, right? Yep. Oh. I guess Soreg doesn't heal anymore, eh? This. I don't think he can climb this ladder, actually, as well, so. He's just stuck down there. Well, you'll keep trying, though. Yeah, I really thought that Game Freak understood, like, their brand enough to be like, well, we may not have this or that or the other, but we know what you want. You want all the Pokemon, you know? I figured they understood that, but they do not. Look, just... Oh, it did not stagger him. Fighting two at once, man. This game was not designed to fight two enemies at once. Oh, the spacing. Oh, the chest right there. Look at that. When did that get there? Right. And to cut out Mega Evolutions and Z moves. Like Z moves, I guess, is, you know, one thing, but and to cut out a bunch of other stuff. luckily she likes to spam Tears of Denial. That's her weakness. Trying to like go mid range to have her bait out the Tears of Denial. Mid to long range maybe. This is the worst attack. I can't, because you can't. Yeah, she can just hold it for as long as she wants, and then just like hit. You do it. You just keep rolling. Stop. For a stagger there. What was I talking about? Yeah, I was hoping that Game Freak understood that their brand enough to be like, well, you're super important, so like they're gonna be in the game. They have to be. All of them. Now, it's one of the features, the missing features of the old games, right? The games that didn't have damage wasn't great. Good, at least. Yeah, this is a lucky stagger. Important. That's understand that any company, right, that understands their brand, right? Like what makes them them, you know? But what their customers expect from their product and stuff. I just need one more. Here's the denial here. $2K. Worth it. By now. And fight Pursuer again here as well. Oh, jeez. Yep. Did not see there. Holy cow. Alright then. Now this guys have very little HP. The spell resin here is certainly helping. 272. Just, oh, that's counter damage there. 208. 208. 248. Actually doing less damage. Yeah, resin. Back up this way. Yes. I mean, I'm on New Game. Usually play my games on New Game Plus or a New Game. New Game Plus. I used to like New Game Plus a whole lot more than I do now. I think it's kind of fun to route out the run instead of just starting with the beginning of the game with everything and then just playing through the game like that. I need to route out the run and that way. Okay. Here. Take care of him. Those chairs got me good. Three spears, Arster spear. Poison on it and has some damage. Some heal over time as well. Not over time. It's heal on hit. poison to proc here. I see him do like a follow-up to that. Yeah, baiting out. Axe hitting once, rolling away. I'm Mr. Pursuer Man. So clever. Death by 1,000 cuts right here. Area damage right there. 48 was 57. Again. Come on. I wonder how they're going to improve these encounters in. Probably are gonna be some of these. Probably be some PvP, I imagine, but I don't want PvP only because I know that it oftentimes will like ruins builds and things. All right, so that oftentimes causes which. Two, so 48. Oof. He didn't swing more than once there. One more hit. Read. Oh, shield. Oh. Oh, aye. Let's see. Alright, Chennai Chunk.
Well, speak. Very then.
See? T22.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Two. No shards. Okay. distant manner because we're here to save Carla. Originally, why we came here. Okay. So, got those guys. 250. $228. Right. Let me do that then. So I was on Sunday I was prepping for a possible another run in Divinity Original Sin 2 and installing a few new mods. I was looking up Nexus mods, seeing if there's any new mods to install. There were some that I had to replace or fix and stuff. But spent a good chunk of the day doing that, and it's like, man, those games, yeah, that is a very slow game. Like the combat, much as I love that game, it's like was like my game of the year pretty much when it first came out. Ah, shoot. It is a slow game. The battles just take so long. And there are so many combatants in the game, in battles. The vanilla Sinners mod is like, everything takes so long. Every battle takes so long. All right, lady. Oh, I cast it. Too late. I bucked myself. I'm down here. Yeah, so I was doing that, and I was thinking to myself, the modding thing. I was like, man, I need to like find a mod that will like hasten the combat, like, because I think I played for like 6 hours, right? And like I didn't get out of Fort Joy. His battles took so long, and they shouldn't take that long, especially because I was like, there's an NPC in Fort Joy. One of the mods I installed, I can't remember which one, has this NPC that's in Fort Joy that's like completely broken. busted strong. And you know, if I ever aggro a guy, he'll like he will like aggro to the guy I aggro, like I attack, who attacks me, and he'll like one-shot him. And even then, battles took forever, because you know what ends up happening in that game. And again, I love game, but like the problem is like every encounter that has like more than like 2 people, even then, has like the enemies just like just completely wreck you, and they'll just like they'll mess you up, man. Oh, good. Wrong thing. Oh, good. She has Estus. You get an opening to attack there. Oh, look at that! Look at that! He spams it. What's her deal? She's spamming it. She's spamming it. She's chasing me. Cast again. Having her like approach you and run into you seems to work. Oh. Yeah, like there has been like there's pretty much no game that does it better than like the modded version of Divinity Original Sin 2. Like no game that does it better. Like in terms of build diversity, there's just so many classes. So many really good mods too, and the amazing thing is like the game's designed so well. Okay, the game's designed so well you can just have like 50. I think I have something like 50, probably still for 60 mods installed, and the game runs fine, like no problems. I don't know how it does it, but hurrah. Dude. Here. The cheeky. Or not, it's a pike. Great shield. Oh, it's a hammer. I can cheese him off the side here, but I won't roll that way. Or I did, but then he rolled that way, and all of a sudden I didn't want to roll out. Left. Taylor's keyring on the right, and on a mimic. They're being really elusive this time around. No. Oh, nice. That's rare. That never happens to me. Wow. Yeah, Divinity is really great. It's just like having to slowly watch everyone slowly walk around, and then use their abilities. It's just so time consuming, and if you're fighting more than 2 people, Shut it. Fighting more than 2 people, you have to just kite them back constantly, so they'll de-aggro and break off from the group that they're kind of attached to, and then fight them, one at a time, because it's so easy to get overwhelmed, killed in that game. And so you have to end up constantly, aggroing a guy and then running back and then aggroing, and sometimes they'll de-aggro, you'll de-aggro with them and then they'll walk back, and I spent time doing that. Really not fun. So try to find some mods that would balance out some of those things. Okay, I guess we're gonna die here. Yep, good. All because of that little ledge that I couldn't. gets all screwed up here. Oh, lightning blade's right there. Actually, I can get that. I like all the options in the original synth. But it can be such a pain to do anything, like any battles, because you just beat all the time. So I tried to find, you know, ways to have enemies have like less health, or to have them move faster in general, like some sort of like movement speed mod, or like just to hasten their turns. Jeez, this guy, let's... Jeez, as well. Bloodletter. Holy cow, that range. Not quite a 3-shot. 2-shot. Corrupted Knight Lloyd. You could probably also cheese him over there. Yes. That thing attacks really fast. Okay, I want to just see how much damage I could do to him, but for mine, I guess. 6. Krat's mask. Increase item discovery. Ugh. Boogie. But the game's still fine, but it's a really hard game. Like I want to play through it again, but like I'm playing through it and just testing some things out, routing some things, and I was like, how can I like stream this game? Like I want to stream it, I want to play it, and hence stream it. But it's like, game is Divinity 2 Original Sin 2, amazing game that might not be a good stream game. It's just I want to stream it. It's like, because so much of it is like looking at the screen, waiting for enemies to do stuff. We're just like stuck now. Is that it? Attack speed on that mace is insane. What? Not even bother attacking him. Let's just get him to slow walk over here. But like, yeah, Divinity Original Sin 2 is like fun. It's a fun game, but just not. I don't know if I can stream it because I'm not sure how I would do commentary. It's the hardest thing for me to do. I'm really trying to practice that. Is like trying to keep talking and about whatever, and I was kind of practicing. On Sunday, how I would, I would commentary while playing Divinity Original Sin 2. I was like, I got nothing here. How many times? Hitting hammer. Does it mention how fast it attacks? Is that all hammers have that fast an attack speed? Armor. Got dark on it. At. Oh my gosh, this rat swarm. Come on, Cameron, you can do it. Right, I'm here for Carla, I forgot. I'll level this first. Because I do try to practice doing commentary, and then I was doing that on Sunday, and I was like, after a little while, I was like, what else can I say here? I'm just waiting for my turn now. Like, okay, there's guys, and they're, and me, I don't know.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Card.
What?
More large shards.
Careful.
Let's see. Capital. Oh, that was weird. I wanted him to fall off the side. Know that he even though he can fly, he can't fall off the sides. I want that to happen. No. No, go fight something else. All right, out of here. Help. They were. All right. That's right. Run and get a 6 Estus. Thousand HP now. Ah, so many crunchy sounds. Gross. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Oh. Does not care about magic. 110 it does. 110. 155. Oh, that's not the wrong attack I thought he was doing. I thought he was buffing. Like he was doing the crystal sword, crystal soul mass. Only soul mass rather. Oh, no. Hyper armor on that. That's good spacing. Good. We're fighting these NPCs. Oh yeah, reload and scroll too. That might be good for Beck. Blood stuff is in there. Oh hey. At least the NPCs here. Ah. They drop some good amount of souls, so they're worth fighting, even if they can be a little annoying to fight. Feels kind of weird. It is, but it's warm. Go over here then. Oh, and Pursuer's here again. I forgot about that. On. Looking for a stagger there. Weapon. Seeing 50 damage there, I think it was. 65. A cheese spot for Pursuer here, I wonder. Get him with the edge. Can't really take advantage of the stagger because my strategy is to hit him once and then roll away. It would space his swing and then once roll away. I can't trust that he's not gonna follow up. I can't stay in, and his poise is too high to really risk it. Stagger does not happen often. His poise, his stagger resistance. Five. One in and out here. Be at the edge of his swing. Go medium. Keep going like close to medium range. Come on. And what you want to do is have him swing, like, and close, like have him close the gap almost. There's the stagger. Didn't just can't do anything with that. He swings. Right. Try for Yorm now. Damn. Yeah. Song is so epic. I hit you with this. With me with one hand. Two hands. Oh, I can hit him. Hit him in the head. I tilt the camera just right. I like this fight. This is one of my favorite fights. Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's not a hard fight, but it's enjoyable. Like, it's the thing for me. Ah, spacing. That depth perception. I was doing 180, right? So, what am I gonna do now? 148. Ugh. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. He one-shots me. But the thing about Yorm is he's not that hard, so he's not that hard to get hit by. Or he's not that hard to dodge, to avoid getting hit. We want to go back and get that because, oh, nice. Or Straight Knight Shards is nice. 100k souls in there, which isn't that much anymore, but I do need more levels. Oh! Probably could do that. Could have waited to like for him to do the slam, and then like walked away from him and then buffed. That's what I should have done. Like I like how Yorm follows the rules, right? Yorm is very well designed in the traditional Dark Souls way, right? Where he takes a turn, then you get a turn. He takes a turn, you get a turn. Like I like these fights. I like these fights the best. These are the ones I like. When enemies have like crazy combos that string into each other and stuff like that, not as big a fan. Ooh. Okay, a good amount of damage there. And the phase shift on the yeah, the phase shift. Him in the head. That's way better. Do that. Whoa, whoa. Oof. Not a one shot then. Do damage. Do damage, just knock down. Really like to get a post finish. I don't think it's gonna happen this time either. Boom. 27k. That's as much as I got for beating Nightmare Udex. Or if I beat Nightmare Yorm, I think he gives me like 400,000, like 300,000, something like that.
Well, speak. Very then hey. Farewell, Ashen One.
Five large Titanite shards. Alright, so that's kind of what you can do with cinders, right? You can go... oh, you know, let's go to Gundyr, Vort, Greatwood, and then next boss I beat was Yorm. I love it. We're good to just go in order now, eh? Let's I have a scroll. Let me turn in here. I doing pine resin. Like infinite poison, or yeah. Gave key to get the shard down there. My infinite bundles and pine bundle and pine resin.
Ashen one.
Back again, I suppose. Oh, this is a mile.
Got your homing soul mass. Yeah, I guess that's about what I expected, right? Excellent mist.
Come again.
Have things. Well, I guess I should call it soon, eh? It's getting a little late. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be returning to this on Friday, Lord willing. And yeah, I think we'll probably just go and get the guard in the area and just wrap up there. Like I'll just do it off stream. Yeah, I need to wrap up for now. All right, I'll see you guys on Friday. I wonder just if by chance, I wonder if we anybody to invade to raid. To invade to raid. Oh. Quite a lot actually. Yeah, let's raid I love the games. Let me know I sent you guys, and I'll see you guys again on he's playing Super Mario Maker. I'll see you guys again on Friday. Hopefully you guys, oh yeah, you guys definitely give me your suggestions for builds, for build runs, and what your favorite builds are, and I want to do that. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you later.